Welcome to Etown Everywhere podcast. I'm Nellie, your co-host. This is episode 23 of Etown Everywhere, a podcast featuring fun facts and friends from around the world. The show is brought to you by Elizabethtown College's Office of International Student Services.
Hello everyone, I'm your co-host Luke, and each week we will be taking you on an adventure around the world. This week's featured country is Malaysia.
Taking us from across the big pond to our featured country, here are some fast, fun, fantastic facts about Malaysia. The official language of Malaysia is Malaysian. English remains a widely used second language, and there are also many other indigenous languages spoken. Malaysia has a population of over 29 million people. The largest city and capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur.
Malaysia shares land borders with Thailand, Indonesia, and Brunei. Is linked to Singapore by a causeway and bridge. The currency of Malaysia is called ringgit. The word ringgit means jagged in Malay, which refers to the jagged edges of Spanish silver dollars that used to be used in the region. Malaysia is made up of two main land masses, Peninsular Malaysia and Malaysian Borneo. They are separated by the South China Sea. Hearing about all those fantastic fast facts makes me want to move to Malaysia. But before I do, I would like to know what kind of climate and weather to expect. Malaysia weather benefits from a tropical climate with high temperatures and high humidity throughout the year. Daytime temperatures rise above 86 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, and nighttime temperatures rarely drop below 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Now let's hear about some more amazing facts about Malaysia and make ourselves more worldly people. Malaysia is a multi-ethnic and multicultural country. Along with the many indigenous cultures, substantial influences come from the Chinese, Indian, Persian, Arabic, and British cultures. There are a total of 28 national parks in Malaysia. The national animal of Malaysia is the endangered Malayan tiger. Traditional Malaysian artworks include cave wooden masks, hand-woven baskets, and silverworks.
The national drink of Malaysia is hot milk tea called teh tarik, and the national dish is called nasi lemak. It is a fragrant rice dish cooked in coconut milk, often served wrapped in a banana leaf, and usually eaten for breakfast. Popular sports played in Malaysia include football, badminton, field hockey, bowls, tennis, squash, martial arts, sailing, horse riding, and skateboarding. Some buildings in Malaysia do not have a fourth floor. They are replaced by 3A, as the sound of 4 is similar to the sound of death in Chinese. According to the World Tourism Organization, WTO, Malaysia has developed into the 9th most visited country in the world, with 23.6 million visitors in 2009. Malaysia boasts being home of the world's tallest tropical tree. Speaking of students from around the world, and students in general, here are some wacky, worldly, wonderful words of wisdom for this week. Before you sit down to study, grab a pen or pencil. Take notes down as you read. If you're working with printed materials, underline essential facts and ideas and jot down notes in the margins. Write key terms, ideas, and dates from the reading into index cards and use these as flashcards to review at a later time. Carefully consider how each paragraph of the piece is constructed. This active reading strategy will help you think critically about the points and arguments presented in the reading. Usually, the most important parts of a reading are at the beginning of the paragraph.
Coming back to information about this week's featured country, Malaysia, here's some famous films set in Malaysia. The Viral Factor, Black Hat, After This, Our Exile.
Welcome to this Etown Everywhere news brief. In our featured country of Malaysia, the Prime Minister of Malaysia announced in Beijing that Malaysia Airlines will serve 8 new destinations and 11 new routes with 35 additional frequencies being between Malaysia and China beginning in early 2017. This is a very welcoming announcement on top of over billions of 14 business-to-business memorandums of understanding and agreements signed. Malaysia Airlines CEO Peter Bellew said Malaysia Airlines plans to triple our Chinese business over the next 5 years.
Okay, everyone, it is time for your favorite part of the show. Drum roll, please. The joke of the week.
Question: how does a lion like his meat? Answer: roar.
That was hilarious. I can't wait until next week to get another laugh in. Idioms are a group of words that don't really mean what they say. What they actually say can sometimes seem silly. If you don't know the special meaning of an idiom, you won't understand what someone's trying to say. Here's our idiom of the week: to let the cat out of the bag, which means to reveal a secret, usually by accident.
Thank you for listening to Etown Everywhere, a podcast featuring fun facts and friends from around the world. The show is brought to you by Elizabethtown College's Office of International Student Services. Etown Everywhere was originally conceived jointly by WWEC 88.3 FM, The Sound of Elizabethtown, and the Office of International Student Services. If you would like additional information about this week's podcast, please contact the Office of International Student Services at oiss@etown.edu or at 717-361-1594. I'm your co-host, Luke, and remember, never stop exploring the world around you. Have a terrific day.